Modern blockbusters have fallen into a familiar rhythm. We often sit in theaters watching actors stand in front of massive, empty green screens, waiting for digital artists to paint in the spectacle later. The result can feel physically enormous, but emotionally weightless. So when a major studio announced an adaptation of Homer's 3,000-year-old epic poem, The Odyssey, it was easy to picture another standard computer-generated fantasy film filled with weightless digital monsters. But in 2026, Christopher Nolan took the helm, and he approached this ancient text with an entirely different philosophy. This chart shows the estimated $250 million budget Nolan secured, his largest to date, towering over the average historical epic. He assembled an enormous ensemble cast, and demand was so intense that tickets for select IMAX screenings sold out a full year before release. With a 172-minute runtime and practically unlimited resources, the challenge was obvious. How do you build a world this massive without losing sight of the human being at the center of it? Nolan's solution started with his physical production methods. He completely rejected digital environments, insisting on a rigorous, tactile approach to visual fidelity. This production actually marks a historical milestone in filmmaking. It is the very first feature film shot entirely using heavy, large-format IMAX 70mm cameras. Cinematographer Hoyt van Hoytema returned to collaborate, taking on the grueling physical demand of mounting and maneuvering these massive cameras across highly volatile environments. This stylized map shows the punishing route of the physical production. Instead of relying on a soundstage, the crew mounted a global location shoot across Greece, Italy, Malta, Iceland, and Morocco. By placing the actors in harsh, tangible environments, like this sprawling volcanic landscape, the mythological elements of the story are grounded in immediate physical reality. You can feel a genuine sense of danger in the frame because they are shooting next to real-world sheer cliff drops and across unpredictable oceans. That overwhelming scale is then reinforced by composer Ludwig Göransson, who combines ancient instrumentation with the booming intensity of a modern orchestra. Every logistical nightmare of this extreme, macro-level production serves a specific narrative purpose. It forces the audience to feel the physical weight of the ancient world, making the obstacles between a king and his home feel truly insurmountable. Yet, despite the staggering physical logistics, the actual script is surprisingly quiet. It actively subverts the expectation of a creature-heavy fantasy. The narrative spends far less time marveling at monsters and far more time examining the grueling psychological toll left behind by the Trojan War. Matt Damon portrays Odysseus with a weary, grounded vulnerability, focusing on the exhaustion of a father and husband fighting to reclaim his life. Anne Hathaway's portrayal of Penelope anchors the film, bringing intense emotional clarity to the story's themes of sacrifice, patience, and loyalty. Surrounded by an expansive ensemble cast, the film continually treats its intimate domestic drama with the exact same gravitational pull as its battle sequences. This timeline maps the 172-minute runtime. Dense action peaks are separated by expansive valleys for character development. Spacing out the spectacle forces us into the character's mindset, mimicking the grueling nature of a decade-long voyage. If Nolan had skipped this micro-level emotional grounding, the towering IMAX visuals would have ultimately felt hollow. This graph highlights the immediate financial payoff of that creative risk, tracking the film's steep upward trajectory as it rapidly crossed $639 million at the global box office. That massive commercial and critical success comes directly from the tension between those two extremes. The terrifying, overwhelming scale of the physical world is exactly what makes the intimate journey back to Ithaca feel so earned. Nolan's approach demonstrates that even the most ancient mythology can be staged as a grounded drama, where the internal conflict is as heavy as the physical world. The success of The Odyssey suggests a specific appetite for this duality, a film that uses unprecedented IMAX scale not to replace the story, but to amplify the emotional journey of the person at the center of it.